A question that I hear a lot about ideal parent figures is, can I just do this on my own? Do I need to go to a facilitator, or can I just listen to guided audios? Or can I just imagine an ideal childhood on my own? Will that do the same thing as going to a facilitator? And the answer to the first two, should I go to a facilitator? Can I just listen to audios? Is it depends on what is your situation and what are you looking for. On the third, the answer is most of the time, no. Unless maybe it's a supplement to your more fundamental practice. So, who can do ideal parent figures just listening to the audios? That would be people who may be able to do that would be people who are already in a secure range, and who are just looking to firm up some positive secure attachment qualities and some positive secure attachment behaviors, but they're really already in the secure range. Those people may get plenty of benefit from doing just the guided audios. For people who are looking to move from an insecure attachment style to a secure attachment style, it's not likely that just listening to pre-recorded audios that you might find on YouTube or on the Ideal Parent Figure subreddit, it's not likely that those are going to fully move you from insecure attachment to secure attachment. Now, for many people, it's still good to do. If you can't afford to see a facilitator for one-on-one sessions, and you want materials to access, for free, that's still a good practice, and it can provide you benefits, and it can help to encourage more secure behaviors. It can help to move insecure attachment towards secure attachment to a degree. And that's helpful if that's the only thing you can do for certain people. But it's not likely that you'll be able to move all the way from insecure attachment to secure attachment just with pre-recorded guided audios. Because one of the very important aspects of the treatment is the very specific and customized responsiveness of the ideal parents to your situation, and the relationship with the facilitator, feeling their attunement to you and their responsiveness and customization of the protocol to what is coming up currently in the situation. That's an important aspect to, for complete secure attachment. There are dealing with very specific issues that you have. The customization of the ideal parent figures is really crucial because everybody has different patterns and gaps and things that work for them, things that don't work for them, and different specific aesthetic needs from the ideal parents. For example, some people might have had a father who was particularly cold and not very emotive, and that person would need an ideal parent figure who's very warm. Whereas some people might have had an actual father who was very warm and loving, but not protective and not very present. And so for those people, the protocol would need to be adapted in order to fill in the specific gaps that person has. And also, part of the protocol is dealing with specific memories that you had, and reimagining those. So that's an important aspect. And maybe the most important reason to have a facilitator rather than just doing online audios is that it's very hard for someone with an insecure attachment style to know when they're imagining secure attachment or when they're imagining what they want from a parent through the lens of insecure attachment. Because sometimes if you've grown up with an insecure attachment style and that's what you've had all your life, what's might create a good feeling in you is actually an insecure behavior. And the actually secure behavior of a secure ideal parent figure might feel pretty uncomfortable at first, and you might think, that's just not right for me. Whereas a facilitator who knows what they're doing will be able to spot that and see, yes, I see that you're uncomfortable, but this is actually a secure behavior that you're uncomfortable with. So we're going to work on repatterning there so that you can become comfortable with the secure behavior. And it's happened for me when guiding clients that, a feedback is like, I was so surprised when the ideal parent figures treated me that way, because I didn't even know that was something that I was supposed to want or need. So like a lot of these needs might not be obvious to you if you're working from a framework of insecure attachment. So while the guided audios for certain people with insecure attachment can be helpful, probably not enough to go all the way to secure attachment. Now, certain people should probably avoid the guided audios altogether. Who are those people? That would be if you have disorganized attachment, you're fearful avoidant, you have complex trauma or significant issues with mental health. You're someone who's in need of psychiatric care, and those are all perfectly valid ways of being. There's nothing wrong with being a person in that situation. It's nothing. You're not less than because you have that. But the ideal parent figure process can be destabilizing for someone in those situations. And while it's still important and effective work to do, those cases require a certified and trained therapist who is trained in ideal parent figures. So I would not typically recommend that someone in that situation goes to someone who is just an ideal parent figure coach or facilitator. If you're in that situation, you probably need someone who's an actual therapist, because they are more trained in handling all the different, everything that can come up in a therapeutic relationship and in psychological healing. They just have the training for that. And doing it with someone who is not properly qualified, if you have significant trauma or a past history of abuse or something like that, doing it with someone who's not really qualified to handle that is probably not a good idea. It's probably not a safe environment to be working with those issues. So that's it. That's who can get value from the audios and just doing it on their own. Who probably should not do the audios and should go only to a facilitator, and the in-between. So that's it. If you have any questions, you can contact me at the email down below. If you want to ask further questions to the community, find resources about ideal parent figures, find facilitators to work with, you can go to the Ideal Parent Figures subreddit. I'll also leave a link down below. So that's it. Thanks very much. Have a great day.